We're gonna be interviewing HRyder. Sorry, dude. I
It's
keep
alright, bro.
forgetting your name.
It's all good. HRyder, HRyder.
All right. So how long have you been rapping for, man?
Wow, rapping professionally, I want to go ahead and say about 8 years professionally. I had probably my first big break right out of high school, bro. 17, 18 years old of age. Actually busted out a single for a guy who actually worked for a record label. He had a promotion, or you call it distribution label, but he worked for a bigger label who actually signed artists and stuff like that. He basically gave me a chance to go ahead and bust out with a single, but because I didn't want to play by his rules, basically I got bumped off of that label. And then following after that, I met a good friend of mine, Silent. That's what they call him. And he had his own little record label called La Raza Records back then. And he pretty much gave me a little chance too to go ahead and try to show my stuff. That didn't work out quite as planned as well. So then later on, I hooked up with a guy named BJL, and he had his own little rap group called Apocalypse. And together with his rap group and two rap groups that I knew of, LA Connect and NES, which was New Age Soldiers, we all came together and started a group called LAZ. And we made our first probably big album there, CD wise, in the year of 2006. It was called Little Pirate. Back then, that's what I like to call myself. Reason why is because that name was actually my father's nickname inside the streets back in the day. His brother was the original pirate back in the 70s. So I just, took it over, dude, and started rapping, you know what I mean? Like, probably the first time I ever rapped, bro, I was like 12 years old. And, I used to like listen to Eazy-E, Tupac, I was like my favorite guys. I also like Little Rob back then, even though he was underground back then. He was doing it for the Chicanos, so I was like, yeah, I want to do the same thing. Uh, well, my cousins, a couple cousins of mine, older cousins, they wanted to make a gimmick, a young little, I guess you could say a Chicano version of Crisscross. How took a couple little kids basically and started rapping. Well, they took me and they started like having me rap on, film and doing like a little demo, and then pretty much made money off of it, off a little gimmick, because I guess people thought it was funny that little kids trying to rap, and then girls I guess thought it was cute because I was so little and some big old clothes, rapping and stuff. But really I wasn't any good back then, I can tell you that. That stopped for a while. That was only for one summer thing. And then I came out again at 16 years old. I was walking in high school, and I saw some guys battle rapping. And I was into my little gangster ways back then. I was into hanging out with homies. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't really like a you could say gang member, but I hung around a lot of different gang members, and I had the dress style, and I would go and do stuff with them. You know, um, besides kicking it, basically just act a fool. I'm gonna say that. Well, anyway, I heard those guys rapping, dude. 16 years old, and I never thought nothing of it. You know what I mean? People were encouraging me, go rap over there and see if you can take him on, whatever. And I was like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, last time I rapped when I was 12, it was 4 years ago, and I wasn't even good. So I jumped in there, and I started saying, about how I hung out with my homies and about what I used to like to do, and people were like, yeah, no, that's a battle rap. And they started capping under the guys, saying that I'll probably knock them out after we're done rapping, stuff like that, just acting crazy. And after that, just like I said, started taking off after high school. Met a lot of new people and kind of had my little chance of fame for a little while.
Cool.
Got to party off after I made some good cash. Partied up in Vegas. I used to go to strip clubs a lot, make it rain, stuff like that. And then pretty much fell off, bro, because there was nothing else after that for me in the rap world, it seemed like. And a lot of people turning on me and putting me down, and so I kind of just gave it up. Kept saying I was gonna come back, never really did. Finally, after years of my father begging me to come to church out here, in the wonderful city of Monte, you know, coming back home and going to church, you know, because I was in other states, bouncing back and forth, never being a nomad, never being permanent somewhere. Um, then I just finally decided to go ahead and, um, well, stay put somewhere, you know, and so then right then and there, I was just like, okay, you know, like, give it a try, you know. So I tried to give this God a try. 3 months straight going, every Sunday, every Wednesday, every Bible study on Friday. Basically, I was just like, finally gave in, you know. God opened up my heart and I let him in, and then I was like, basically, all right, I'm gonna be a good Christian, and I was gonna actually throw my raps away, throw my beats away, um, that I purchased on the streets from prior. That I never really got to do anything with them, and then that's when my dad encouraged me, hey, why don't you rap for the Lord? So this is actually my comeback right here, I guess you could say. I changed my name. I'm HRyder now. I'm proud to be HRyder. Um, I'm proud to rap about God, you know, which I believe in. I love him. He loves me. He loves us. And I'm also proud that, you know, I can rap about stuff I've been through and try to encourage young people today, you know, to make the right decisions and follow the right path. And so that's basically where we're at now, and that's what we're going to be doing, along with Blueroute Industries.
Cool, man. Um, well, do you have any? I mean, is there any like? Do you have any plans for the future? Like any new singles, any new album? Like,
Well, I mean, you know, like you showed the CD cover already. You know, I mean, that's
mhm,
my new CD coming out. It took me about 3 years to get this far. I wrote a lot of the stuff a few years ago,
mhm,
but you know, in being a Christian, it's really hard. You know, to me, I say you can be a knucklehead in the street real easy.
right,
Anyone could get out of the car and tell someone what's up, you know, or you can go break a window and act a dummy. You know, anyone could do that. You know, it's so easy to do it. You know, but what's really hard to me and what's really a challenge is to try to be a Christian, you know, and try to stay away from all that stuff. Stay away from the temptations, the sins, and the lusts. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you know, I mean, not to, you know, talk bad about our wonderful model here, but, you know, there's guys I guarantee will lust after her because of her beauty, you know? And, you know, stuff like that, you gotta, you know, keep your whole mind frame, you know, keeping, like, basically, man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I used to be a dog. You know, I used to love myself some beautiful women, you know, but, you know, like, you know, nowadays I'm trying to keep a better frame of myself and what I think and what I say and what I do. I mean, because before I probably been all up over her, you know, or, you know, acting a fool. But now I'm reframing myself and just holding myself back, you know, and same thing with the girls and other stuff like that. You know, drugs, drinking, doesn't matter what it is, it's all basically a sin. It's all a drug, something addicting.
yeah,
You know, I think it's harder to be a Christian and be able to hold back from all that. You know, so that's where I'm like, you know, that's where my challenge is, and that's where I'm gonna be at. You know, because I want to be better from not only myself but for my son. I want to give my son a wonderful angel baby. So I hope one day he gets to see this. I just want him to know I love him, and that first things first is I'm doing this for God. Second, I'm doing it for my beautiful boy Angel, and then I'm doing it for myself. You know, and that's just, you know, that's my plans. Basically, to be a better Christian every day as I go on. And then I do got a tour. I'm gonna try to be getting up pretty soon. I still have a lot of churches to talk to, a lot of new spots, but so far we're looking at probably about 10 churches on that. Couple out of state, and maybe one out of the country if that still goes through. And even some guy's party who invited me to rap at his party for his birthday this July. So hopefully that's gonna go. All that will come together, and I'll be able to do all those things. You know. But
yeah.
as for that, just release my album, and then quickly get back to the drawing board after, you know, I'm doing the tour and everything else goes there. After that, get back in the studio, work on everything else that, you know, the label I'm with, which is We So Dangerous Records, the We So Dangerous family, if you will. Um, you know, I gotta say what's up to DJ, brother A Dog, Soul Eternal, Gospel, Prodigal Son, and all the good guys are working with us. You know, just You know, we're all just gonna just start hitting, each other's albums, make sure to get out. Um, and just do other CDs further, and then I got a mixtape I want to work on too after this. So
Cool.
I'm just gonna keep pushing, bro. Like my boy DJ said, the day I put down the mic is gonna be the day that I die. So yeah, I guess you could say I have a future, and I have a lot of things in my future I want to do.
Cool, man.
So
Well, what was that?
Can we
All right. Well,
is it fun?
yeah. Well, it's a good interview, man. Look forward for
thanks.
the next one.
All
All right.
right, thanks.
That was Sorry,
HRyder.
HRyder.